This week on Discover Wisconsin, we're visiting local artists, museums, and events to learn not only about local art, but also some of our history and culture, too.
Hello and welcome to Discover Wisconsin.
As a UW grad, I always love returning to campus. And today I'm checking out a place that has coffee, good people watching, art, and best of all, it's free. Let's check out the Chazen Museum of Art. Hi, Amy, nice to meet you.
Great to meet you. Thanks for coming.
So excited to be here. Should we kick things off with some coffee?
Absolutely.
Well, Amy, it is so good to be back on the University of Wisconsin Madison's campus. I am a grad, always love coming back, and there's so much that feels so familiar, yet every time I'm here, there's something new, and the Chazen Museum of Art is one of those things for me. I have never been here, and I'm excited to check it out today, so thanks for having me.
Well, we're really excited to show you around.
So for those who aren't familiar, what is the Chazen Museum of Art?
Part of what we want to be is the largest arts classroom on campus. We don't really think that's just for art students. This is your museum, because we really are the art museum also for Madison.
It's really fun going to an art museum with an art lover like Amy. She really opened my eyes to the stories and the meaning behind these works.
This is an image of Marilyn Monroe that he did not make himself, right? I mean, he didn't take the original picture, but he knew that she was an icon, and he made her an icon like religious icons. This is by Picasso.
I've heard of him.
You've heard of him. This is the original drawing. This is the maquette that he made out of paper. This is the final object.
This museum did such a great job of showing the story behind the art, helping you understand the perspective of the artist, really seeing the process.
I will often find people sitting actually in the bridge gallery looking out onto the lake.
Oh, I love a good view.
Which is a really terrific view.
Being on Lake Mendota is one of my favorite parts about the campus, so to be able to see it elevated when you're surrounded by art and the cool glass was just really, really neat for me.
Part of what we want to do is get the people in the door who maybe don't think that museums are relevant for them, or they don't feel entirely comfortable. We all crave interactions with real things, with real objects, with real people. We want to provide that for people. So I often talk about actually having what we call a Chazen moment, right? Where we're free. We want you to come in and just take a couple minutes, go visit one thing in the gallery, or wander around for 5 minutes and just be by yourself and engage with the objects in the work. And we feel like that is really part of understanding who we are as humans, and that's one of the things that we want to do better.
Well, that's one of the beautiful things about it being free is you can just browse for 5 to 20 minutes and not feel guilty that you didn't get your money's worth. And I know sometimes museums have a reputation for being a little bit more formal and where you have to be quiet. Now, when I was a student, I wore sweatpants to class. So would I have been allowed here? Could I have come in my sweatpants?
You could have come in your sweatpants. You can come as you are, right? It can be a really quiet and contemplative space, but it can also feel really dynamic and alive. If you come here during the day, sometimes there'll be whole classes of students who are spread out all over the museum, and they're drawing, or they're writing, or they're talking to each other, and it just feels so alive, and that is really wonderful.
And for those who have been here before, there's still always something new to make you want to come back, whether it's an event or a rotating exhibit, for example.
Absolutely. Part of the joy of being in a museum and exploring is the idea that you would be able to come here and see something that you hadn't expected, or something new that you learned something about. And I've worked here for 4 years, and there's still things that I discover every single time I go in the galleries that I hadn't really thought about were there before.
Well, my main takeaway was there are a ton of work, something for everyone. Whether or not you're going for 5 minutes or an entire day, you are guaranteed to find your Chazen moment.